with POFO Community for Justice, and today is the 23rd, September 23rd, and I want all you people out there in TV land to know I got a lot of material here, but I'm really going to go over some matters that I was talking to you about last week. And the matters that I'm wanting to make reference to is about all you people out there that say you got issues that you want to bring to justice or issues to the forefront. Now, let's make it real clear to you people out there in TV land. You've been out there for years talking to yourself, muttering under your breath, saying all kind of things about the judicial system, all kind of people, how you've been wrong, taken advantage of, or felt that you've been just been led astray on many things that you thought was favorable to you, only to find out that this was totally to your disadvantage, whatever it was. And you want to spend time talking to me and talking to everybody else, but you need to come here to POFO Community for Justice and talk on the TV set. I am right now, I'm with YouTube, and you can find me under Apostle Cecil Hatchett, under POFO Community for Justice, and under various other things. And I have websites and different things of that nature already up, but I don't do a lot of typing at all, really. So you can go look at the movies or look at the things that I put out there, the information that I've made available to you people. And I wanted you to know all your stuff will be worldwide, international at this point, to let people know that whatever your concerns may be, if you're looking for lawyers or people to help you with your problems, or looking for people that you feel you've been taken advantage of, or that people have wronged you and you're trying to get matters resolved, this is a place to come and bring your grievances. And I'm not just saying just to grieve and moan and groan and gripe, but I'm saying to get real matters resolved, at least get them out there on the forefront, to let people know that you're very serious about trying to get it resolved and about trying to bring this whole matter to an end. To a righteous end, to a just end. And when I started POFO Community for Justice, I always make it real clear I was illegally convicted twice, and I be trying to bring these people to justice. And it takes years to get matters resolved, especially when you're going after judges, prosecutors, defense attorneys, and anybody else that's in the system that's trying to undermine your forward progress. They got a thing where the FBI is supposed to be doing an investigation of the Portland police, and it'll probably be, I won't be able to judge or say anything regarding that until I read or actually see the documents and get the chance to go through them myself to find it's the same game, another name, the same hocus pocus conversation. I know when I went to the FBI and trying to bring judges, prosecutors, defense attorneys to justice, they just about basically tried to run me out of their office, or was hoping that I would do or say something that would cause me to be arrested or put in jail. They told me, if the next time you come back, we'll arrest you for trespassing. That's a sad moment in a man's life when he goes to get something resolved and they're telling we probably will have you arrested for trespassing. So where do you go when you're looking for justice? If you can't go to the FBI to look for justice, they'd use all these little techniques to try and dissuade you. And of course, I talked about them like a dog because I knew who they were. They didn't give me their names, but they made notations on a piece of paper, and I put it on my Elmo, and I was showing it to everyone to see that these things that are going on are, as far as I'm concerned, are criminal behaviors, and they need to be addressed. When I use the term criminal behaviors, if I'm trying to bring someone to justice, there's like saying, well, these people, if you have to policemen, judges, or anybody, we're all on each other's side. So where's the independent review board? Then they bring you, well, they got a Portland independent review board, but they don't have no teeth. Their job is basically to calm you down or to try and pamper you or to lullaby you to sleep and things of that nature. Well, I'm not trying to be in that mental state of mind, and I'm not going to allow nobody to put me in that mental state of mind, nor should you out there in TV land. When you're trying to bring people to justice, I don't care if it's George Bush, they can lock his behind up if he's done something wrong, and there's lots of things that make me think that he needs to be looked at closer, and a lot of things that have gone on, and that's why I play Zyguite, the movie, and I play different movies or different things relating to 9/11. But a lot of things, what I'm trying to do is get things squared away because we're trying to deal with infringement rights. But when you deal with Zyguite, the movie, these people made it very clear to me that you're welcome to use our show, to use our information on your show. But when I put it on the internet, and when I put it up, it says YouTube. It said there was one segment that they are still trying to question, and that would have been regarding Zyguite, because sometimes I play movies. So when I find out what I need to do to make it possible so you people can see various people for who they are, because when I'm speaking on people, there's no shame in my game. There's no ism and schism on what I got to talk about. I say it like it is. I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. And I'm trying to get you people out there in TV land to understand in that mental state is that you're human beings, you live until you die, and that all these things about, well, I just ain't trying to have no problems. When you came into this world was already riddled with problems. The deal is not to sit around and be a fence sitter and muttering under your breath and talking to yourself. There was a lady that retired and that I was talking to when I was going to pick up one of my producers or one of the people that work with my program, and she made it very clear to me that what Newton Romney had said was out of line, and she's talking about that 47%. She wasn't with that, was highly insulted, and I said, well, you're welcome to come on my show. And she said, I'm really, really mad. And I said, well, you're welcome to come and air your views regarding anything. It's like you can bring people and have discussions, have yourself a discussion about what you think should be done or how it should be done. I mean, the Portland Community Media is 2766 Northeast MLK Martin Luther King Boulevard, and it's an easy building to find. I have a big studio, plenty of chairs around, so we no problem getting you seated, but you have to be here before 3 o'clock because I just requested people be here, and if you get a lot of people coming, because I have to get your name in the CG in order to so that when you're speaking, I can put a lower half or a lower third on you so people know exactly who's addressing them out there in TV land or what's being said from who or by whom. So you people out there that sit around and you're telling me all these different things, I'm really praying that God Almighty touch your heart to be able to stand up and be counted as a human being, and I don't care who you are, but to stand up and be counted for the truth that you're trying to communicate needs to be heard by everybody that share the same truth or share the same thought or either have an opinion to that thought or that truth. You need to get it out there because maybe your truth can be changed somehow. If you're weak, it can be changed, but the truth stay the truth all the time, and a lie stay a lie all the time. But if people try and sway you with a little bit of cajolery or get you to kind of say it, well, we can agree to disagree. That's just about like saying, well, we'll just neutralize each other out. You right and I'm right, so let's forget about it. And that's not the way to go through life. That'd be like Satan saying, God is right and I'm right, let's forget about it. And can we agree to disagree? And that's what would be going on if you settle for that kind of okie doke. And many, many people say that all the time when they become word speechless or find no further words to address the issue. What they need to do is say, well, I'll just maintain my thought for right now, and I'm going to have to catch you later on what I'm trying to communicate to get you to either agree with me or to either get me to agree with you. So these are the kind of things that are going on that need to be addressed. And these are the kind of things that are so very, very important that when you're dealing with things that of importance, that you need to be focused at all times, plan to win, and hopefully whoever you're dealing with is not just wasting your time and just running their mouth. Because generally when I'm dealing with people, I meet a lot of people that have nothing better to do than to run their mouths. And when I find out that's all they're interested in, I excuse myself from them because I'm not trying to be in a position of just wasting my time or act like or devaluing my time because time is of the utmost importance. And I want people to understand I started Po Community for Justice because I'm interested in protecting all the people. Excuse me for a second. Yes, I got. Can you hear me? I got somebody on the air. I believe I have them on the air. I can't punch them out. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to really send my thank you and appreciation to you and your show. It's a very positive thing for the community, and I just want to thank you again for your time.
Thank you very much for calling. I greatly appreciate your support, and I hope that one day you'll come on the show. And if you have things that you wish to air or get conveyed to people, I greatly appreciate your coming to Po Community for Justice for all people. Okay. Well, anyway, once again, I want to thank that individual for having conveyed his feelings. Many, many people watch my show. You would think, maybe people aren't watching it, but many, many people see me and they stop me. I ride the bus. I go somewhere everywhere, and I communicate with people, and I share subject matters that are important to them, and I invite them to come and let them convey their information to everybody out there in TV land because it's so important that this be accomplished. And so once again, I'm just saying that I'm going to touch on some other subjects in just a minute because I was, you hear me saying like, you're talking about people that need to get married. I'm trying to get people married. I'm trying to get people to everlasting life. I'm just trying to help people get their lives more stabilized. And when, many times when people see me, I tell them, well, I'm Apostle Cecil Hatchett. You see, they're breaking their neck to get around the word Apostle Cecil Hatchett. They be thinking that, wow, that's just too much power. I don't know what they're thinking. If I'd have said my name was a fart butt, they'd be glad to repeat that. But when I say my name is Apostle Cecil Hatchett, and I'm a minister, I love the Word of God, my job is to let the whole world know that we're all family. We all come from one, and that we all have to work together as one, and we all need to help each other as one. And we don't get in that big us, little them, or big them, little us, all that stuff. That's a bunch of crap. And people will have you chasing your own behind, going nowhere fast. You need to stay focused. Don't be afraid. Speak the truth and talk from the heart, and stay strong. And so when these little these little wars are going, and people playing these little hatred games, and people are doing all this evil, wicked, nefarious type stuff, that one needs to cool the heels, pay attention, let go, let God Almighty help you make decisions in your life. A lot of people out there, their girlfriend, guy, friends, or whoever, they're living together or shacking up together, thinking about, I want to be very, very careful if in my getting married. If I get married, I don't want to rush into it and find myself on the hurting side of marriage. And so I don't know what the waiting period is, but they're steady sleeping together and knocking the boots and bringing children into the world and all these other things. Or if they're taking birth control pill, they steady seem like you're cussing God and dying, because that's what you're doing. You're saying, look, I'm not ready to have no children, even though I respect the fact that you stay a virtuous woman or a virtuous man. But a man's job, as I said last week on my show, is that as we grow up, we are always being, and that's not coerced, but our mind is constantly being tweaked and trying to sow our oats and trying to lay up with somebody or trying to get there, trying to pick that combination to the coochie, just playing those kind of games. And the women are told that you need to just get away from that and stand back and all the other little negative things that they're saying about it, but they need to let them know that, look, I got bamboozled and tricked and conned and made a fool of, and let their children know, or let their wonderful daughters know that, look, this is not the route to go, because they got me when I was growing up, or because their mind had been told, especially me as a black African American, when they had movies like The Mac, they have people pimping and all that, glamorizing everything that that promotes defeatism to a woman. You know, they try to glamorize the word of using the female word, the female dog word, bitch. But when a person really has a dog, anybody that's a dog owner knows that they give their dog a name. If it's a girl dog, they'll give it a name. And you don't find, I've not heard many people saying, hey, bitch, come here, and it's a girl dog. So why are they saying it to women? And so people get upset in their mouth to use that terminology. And I'm just trying to say, they're taking the terminology, they're tweaking it all wrong. And I'm just saying, and they get complacent with it, and they teach the woman to get complacent with it too. Because like one said, what do I do? Do I just jump on him, beat him down, or cuss him out, or throw scalding hot water on him, or what do I do to let him know that I'm really negative toward being talked to that way? And then you'll see a lot of movies, and that's the game that they play. And so it's really, really something when people are doing things that'll cause you to mentally to get discombobulated, and then get you to try and get you complacent or go along with that bad behavior. And you women, it's very important that you be more assertive in trying to get men to respect you as a woman, respect you as a young girl, because most girls, when they grow up, they see all this new development of their body and it's brand new to them, and someone needs to tell them something, and to try and help them get themselves on track, to try and get their whole heart and mind more focused on, boy, this is just the tip of the iceberg of getting on the mow down side. So you're trying to get their minds working in such a manner that they're trying to stay as virtuous as long as they possibly can. But when nobody is promoting the word virtuousness, they're like saying, you got such a hot ass, you just run out there acting a darn fool, and you're gonna mess around and let yourself get pregnant. So they act like they're trying to tell them something, when in actuality they're not telling. Well, you leave it right there, Brother Ron. They're not telling them anything. So it's so very, very important that people learn to respect one another and to help each other help themselves, and they need to learn it from their adult parents. And the reason why I'm pointing that matter out, because a lot of people have adult parents that when a child, I'm giving you this, show you just how this works. When a child comes home and come home and they see their mother laying up with a man or sleeping with a man, she's in love with him, he's in love with her, they've convinced one another that we are in love, we love each other, and we wouldn't let anything happen to our child. We wouldn't put our child in no harm way. We won't set our child in no situation where we feel that we would willfully try to cause him some harm, and at the same time to say the same word that we love our child. But when they're laying up with this individual and they getting the child accustomed to saying, well, she and this man, or this man and she, or whoever you are, man and man. Well, I don't know what people are doing nowadays. Everybody it's starting to get so relaxed because Satan